What do you do when the snowblower won't start? You check the fuel, you check the choke, you check the starter, and then you check the spark plug. Or do you? Not right away.
Now, the first thing I did is I got out the manual and I looked, and it has those dreaded words. If you need service, go to your local service station. Well, local service station on Briggs & Stratton engines is me. So the first thing I need to do is find out why this thing doesn't want to go along with my game. This cover is held on with a Torx screw, and I have a folding kit that I'm going to use to remove the screw that holds it on. Working with gloves is always a joy. There we go, that's the right size. Now I could open up the heat vents in the garage and warm the garage up, but that's going to take quite a bit of time, and it's also going to take a lot of fuel, and I don't really want to run the house furnace that much just to warm up the garage for me to work out here for hopefully 5 minutes getting the spark plug repaired. I said hopefully because I don't honestly believe it's going to be 5 minutes. If it's 5 minutes, I'll be amazed. Usually these kind of projects run into the hour or so. That's if everything goes right.
Crap. Now I got to take another cover off. That means another tool.
Well, I don't see a spark plug. Now this is getting to be seriously unfunny. Seriously unfunny. I would go so far as to say I don't see any humor in the situation at all. It's only a year old. I got it at the end of the season last year. It's been a good snow thrower. This year when I fired it up for the first time, I ran the first tank of gas that was still in the engine, and it ran just fine. And then I filled the tanks with gasoline that I bought at the gas station. And I think I need to take this thing off. It doesn't want to come. That's most annoying. Got a little shroud over the top of the exhaust system. Fasten on the 2 screws. And I'm still looking for the spark plug, guys. I haven't even gotten to fixing anything. I'm just looking for the spark plug. Because the thing I want to do is find out if the spark plug is getting spark. Because if it's not, then it's a whole nother series of problems. If it is, then I got to look at fuel. So I'd like to get the basic systems out of the way. It looks like I needed this shroud off anyways, even if I'm just going to get the cover off the exhaust system and remove that little bit of plastic there that looks like it might be covering a spark plug. Might be. Don't even have a definite on that yet. I'm just saying, well, it's got to be somewhere around the top of the cylinder because spark plugs really have to attach to the top of the cylinder so that they get to the combustion chamber. Having them anywhere else really doesn't work. Okay, that's got that. I'll take off this plastic shroud. And there's the spark plug. You know what you got to do to get to it? You have to take off this thing which is attached to the muffler. Because the spark plug points this direction. It's covered by a tin shroud here. And a bit of a plastic shroud that fastens to that plate. Oh joy. This is not the kind of thing that I bought a Toro. This is a Toro 724 OE Power Max snow thrower. It's an expensive unit. It's not one of your cheap ones. And I paid good money for it. With the idea that I would have a unit that would work well for me. But I have a feeling there's going to be some modifications to this thing before I'm done. Because this is silly. At best, it's silly. Three different wrenches. 3 different size screws. One, two, three, 4 shrouds. Just to get to the stinking spark plug. So I'm telling you guys, I'm not happy. This is the I'm not happy face on David. This is supposed to be, I just walk out and start kind of piece of equipment. I should not have to be doing this. Not after paying $900 for it. Anyways, as I started to tell you before I ran into this snafu, I put a fresh tank of gas in it and it didn't want to start. Popped and sputtered and spit. And you know what? This thing is held on all the way in behind the engine shroud. If I have to pull the fuel tank to get to the spark plug, I am going to be so pissed. I suppose I could buy a manual for this snowblower, but I don't know where in the heck I'd find it. Briggs & Stratton might have one, but that would only be on the engine, and I haven't been able to come up with one close to hand. So I'm going to treat it like I would any other project that somebody just handed me a set of blueprints and said, here, make this. I'm going to look at it, I'm going to take it apart, I'm going to understand it before I'm done, and know how to make this thing work. But I'm also going to tell you that this is one of the more disappointing engines that I've seen. This is why I'm not in favor of the new high-powered, high-performance, low emissions process that they've come up with.
By now I'm thinking, about time to get the plasma cutter out. And don't forget to click the like and subscribe button.